VGC is an organization at Marlboro that hosts events and provides grants to benefit women and girls in the Los Angeles area. We were able to talk to the VGC advisor, Ms. Lovrian, about the history of VGC.
I inherited VGC. It had been in existence for 10 years and started as a class called Dollars and Cents. And really it was a finance class that began to teach the girls about the value of the dollar. And as they were teaching the lesson, they figured that it wasn't really helpful unless they had money in their account to invest and to work with. So slowly events started getting produced, and they realized that they kind of had this bigger idea other than just a finance class on their hands. And so it turned into what is now sort of the modern day VGC.
Now we are going to hear from VGC co-chair Paloma and another VGC member, Colette, about what Violet's Giving Circle is now and how it operates.
VGC stands for Violet's Giving Circle. It is a donor-advised, student-initiated charitable fund at Marlboro. It's 20 people, 10 juniors and 10 seniors, and we meet every week on Wednesdays to do different things. We have like alternating years in VGC, so you'll do one of each type of year. There are event years where we spend the entire year planning a large-scale fundraising event, and then there are granting years where we take the money that we've raised at these fundraising events and we invest it in different organizations supporting women and girls in Los Angeles.
Last year was an event year. We hosted a really cool fashion show. It was centered around the theme Hear Me Roar. And we had a lot of student artists, student designers.
This year it is a granting year, and as part of our granting decisions we get to do site visits where we actually go to the places where these organizations are working, and we get to meet participants, meet the leaders of the organizations that we are investing in. And that has been really impactful because it's really cool to see certain organizations that VGC has granted to in the past or that we are going to grant to this year and see their work in action and see the impact they are making in the LA community.
Last year, VGC had a very successful fundraising event called Hear Me Roar. Ms. Lovrian is going to give us more insight on how these events are created and what members do to prepare during the meetings.
VGC is a 2-year program. 1 year, the girls learn about branding and how to run a large-scale event. I would say I am just as proud of these events that we do here as I did at my time at ESPN doing large-scale events. So they learn branding and finance and logistics. They now produce videos, so they have 10 prepackaged videos. It's a far cry from what used to be the banner days. And so each week we have committees that work on each one of those. So we have a collateral committee that does all of the branding for the event. So we'll pick a theme and they work through that. We have a team focused on just celebrity outreach that works on getting judges. We have people who work on finance, so making sure all the bills are getting paid. Then the next year we grant the money. So that is identifying organizations that are grassroots in Los Angeles, not really big organizations, but people who actually have boots on the ground, who can sort of pinpoint what the issues are in Los Angeles. And then the girls will get RFPs, which is a request for proposal. These people apply, these organizations apply. The girls then read all of them, decide who they're going to go visit, go do site visits with board members, graduates of the program, and then they will come back and discuss it and decide where their grants are going to go.
Lastly, we are going to hear from Paloma and Colette about what the most exciting parts of the work that they do at VGC are.
Especially with our long-term partners, like the organizations that we've been granting to for multiple years. I think to be able to see sort of that organization's growth and their journey and what our grant has done for them is always really powerful.
You very directly see the impacts of the work you're putting in each week in the boardroom through the event, which was really, really difficult, but really, really rewarding in the end, but also most importantly through our grant partners and these organizations that we grant, because we really get a hands-on experience when we visit them and we communicate with them, and they truly are our partners. And I think it's really cool to be able to have those connections with different organizations in Los Angeles.
Thank you, VGC, for sharing a little bit about your organization and all of the impact that you are making in LA.